So now we have imported the nodal coordinates along with the load combinations to the STAAD Foundation Advanced, and before proceeding there we need to go to here, loads and factors. So we need to define actually from 101 to our 200 cases. We have you can see from here 101 to 200, these are our service combinations. We need to select up to 216 is the service combinations. Need to select and batch apply. Similarly from here 301 to our 424, it is ultimate combinations, and you can select batch apply. So first you need to perform this, and then you need to go to the job setup and create new job. Here let us provide the name as ISO for isolated footing, and type is isolated, code is Indian, and unit is SI. I have chosen SI. You may choose also English as per your requirement. Now next is bringing all the service and ultimate combinations to the create job from available load case to selector. Then need to select the create job. So the job is successfully created. Now need to move to the loads and factors table. Here it is given that load multiplier table. So it has the advanced features. If I little bit expand it, you can see that the service and other features are already defined here. Okay, so now this is the perfect view, since I have already told you from 101 to here service availability factor is 1, and similarly when the ultimate case is started, service availability factor became 0 here, and the design factor became 1 here. Similarly for design factor, the service availability load combinations are put 0 here. That means only STAAD will be taking the foundation, STAAD Foundation Advanced will be taking these load cases to decide the foundation size, and next these load cases to design the foundation. Okay, so now let us come to the soil properties. Here our first two are the dead load live load cases, so let us skip it one, but from 201 onwards it is a medium type soil with SBC 28 metric ton per square meter. So we'll be taking it to be 1.25, that means 25% extra as per the code, that is IS 1893 part 1. Just you need to copy them to the respective cells. So again 301 and 302 is the dead load live load cases. Next others are, again it needs to be 25% extra. Actually since only these load cases are the deciding factor for the foundation size, we need not provide any parameters in 301 case. Now let us come to the isolated foundation, concrete and reinforcement. Here unit weight of concrete is, you may put it here as 25 per cc. Minimum spacings as per your requirement. Strength of concrete is in 30. So grade of steel is 500. Here minimum bar size is 12 mm and maximum size is 20 mm. Okay, so oh sorry, it is 12, then here comes 20. Next is, we do not have any footing top. Yeah, we may provide it here minimum as 10 mm and maximum at 16 mm, just to counteract the temperature effect. But let us tell you that below ground the temperature variation is generally absent, so the top bar may not be provided, but from industry point of view we generally go for the top bars. Okay, so since we lack the pedestal, or we have already designed the pedestal, we lack any additional pedestal near the RC column and foundation joint. So let us keep it as it is. We may set it as default. Then let us move to cover and soil. The clear covers are quite okay. Unit weight of soil as per soil consultant is 20. It is actually varying from 18 to 20. Let us keep it in higher side as 20. Let us keep the unit here as kilonewton square meter, and the SBC is 280. 280 is the net sub-bearing capacity, but it is asking you the gross sub-bearing capacity. So as you already know that gross sub-bearing capacity is nothing but net sub-bearing capacity plus gamma d. So it is saying you to the depth of soil, okay, above the foundation. So here you may provide, since our foundation is approximately 3.5 meter below the soil level, so keep taking unit weight of soil as 20 and multiplying it with 3.5, we get 70 extra, 70 kilonewton per square meter. So we need to add 280 plus 70. 280 is our SBC plus 70, so it will be 350 kilonewton per square meter. 280 is our NSBC, net sub-bearing capacity, plus gamma d will give you the gross sub-bearing capacity. This software is asking for gross sub-bearing capacity, and it is the multiplier of soil bearing capacity per ultimate loads. We need not multiply the soil bearing capacity per ultimate loads, since our ultimate loads are 1.5 times extra. Let us put 1.5 here. Then depth of soil above footing is, it is obvious, 3500 mm, and type of depth is fixed top or fixed bottom. As per your requirement you may choose. Let me keep it as fixed bottom. Surcharge pressure, there is no surcharge pressure. And depth of water table, since the NSBC already takes care of the depth of water table, we need not provide again the depth of water table here. Let us keep it 100 meters below the soil, though actually 100 meters is not there, but the NSBC report already takes care of the factor 0.5 per water table, so we need not again provide it here, so that software will further reduce the NSBC. So let us keep it as 100 meter. Now let us move to the footing geometry. Here let us keep uniform thickness and calculate dimension type. So minimum length is 1000 mm, here also 1000, and minimum thickness is 300. Maximum is quite okay, let us keep it 1500, and all other parts let us leave it as it is. Sliding and overturning factor of safety against sliding. Coefficient of friction, it is a hard soil, nearly rocky soil, so it will be approximately 0.6. Rest other let us keep it as usual, because actually 1.55 is there for sliding and overturning, but thing is that the 1.55 factor is only for dead load, live load, not for the earthquake or lateral loads. It is generally 1.2 for lateral loads. Let us keep a little higher factor of safety of 1.5. Considering passive pressure, yes, we should consider the passive pressure, and we should not consider the cohesion effect, because already the NSBC calculates the cohesion effect. Okay, so now let us come to the design part, and let us analyze and design it. So it seems that almost calculation part is getting ready, because calculation, it seems that the calculation is completed. Let us cut this one. This is showing the checks here. You can go to the GA drawing here, and in the GA drawing, or you may take it little bit upwards, and you can click isolated footing design. Summary sheet is available, and you can check the thickness here and all those things here. Oh, so it is very nicely presented. It is 3 meter by 3 meter by 0.45 meter, and the bars are provided here. So the Bars are also quite nicely provided here, and you can also check it in the detailed schedule drawing also. Here you may choose the foundation number here, 36, 37, whatever. Let me choose the 36, and you can see the arrangement of reinforcement here. 36 means this one actually, so I can check that yes, the very nice presentation is there, and you can have a very nice calculation sheet here describing all the calculations of the foundation. So this that is, I mean, in that way we concluded the project, and we submitted the project at the client end. And to provide the report, you can directly take a printout of this calculation sheet. So it is actually quite nicely presented. Whatever foundation you choose, it will be showing you that foundation and that calculation. From right side drop down menu, you can select the foundation here. Okay, I hope that this is very clear to everyone.